Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Board Gaming Doctor. My name is Phil, and I'll be your board game doctor today. In this video, I'm going to be playing a two-player version against the hardest AI possible on the Le Havre app. The reason that I'm doing this is partly because I was able to play Le Havre in person with one of my friends who's really good at the game, and she absolutely wrecked me at the game. It was a quite a frustrating game for me. I felt like I was floundering, and I had recorded it, but unfortunately, as I was editing it after a couple of hours of editing it did not save properly, and rather than going back and showing you such a horrible game on my part, I decided to try to take a crack at this, and we'll see if I do any better. And if not, it's going to be pretty much the same content. So hopefully you won't see me get wrecked too hard in this game. So I learned a few things, or relearned a few things from that game that I did earlier this week, and I'm hoping to alter what I have tried in the past to be able to accomplish a higher score. So it essentially, if I can do better than 125, which I did with the game that I played in person, I think I'll feel a little bit better. My opponent, my friend, scored like 275, so really just prevented me from doing much in that game. So anyway, we're going to try to do that this game. Now, I am going second already. My opponent is Ensign Claude, the red player, and they went ahead and grabbed the wood. Looking at the buildings as well, let me see. So we've got like the fishery up for grabs first. That goes smokehouse, tannery, ironworks, steel mill, and the bank. In the second proposal column, abattoir, clay mound, brickworks, shipping, town hall, church, and then finally, marketplace, bakehouse, charcoal, wharf, coilery, and cokery. Now, I realize that there are some buildings here that are probably worth more of, I guess, present more of an incentive to grab, such as the marketplace, first of all, and perhaps even the fishery, as potential ways to feed myself and get key resources that I would need to build ships and future buildings. So at this stage, I am bummed that my opponent grabbed the wood, which is probably right. They can build the marketplace. And so, and in this first round, it's hard because we don't know what resources are about to come out. We've already flipped over two fish. I haven't memorized what the resources are, but I'm pretty sure that's either going to be it for fish, or we're going to see it come up again. So I might go for the fish here to cover my feeding and see what kind of resources pop out afterwards. Okay, so unfortunately, more clay was revealed and my opponent was able to grab that. They probably, with two wood and two clay, they wouldn't be able to double build the fishery and marketplace. But if I grab wood now, I might be able to... Oh, actually, if I grab the francs, I could buy the marketplace before they are able to build it. I don't feel as bad doing that because I will be able to use that building for some good resources. Should I do that? It's either do that or grab the wood in this case. So I think I'm going to I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to buy the marketplace before my opponent can do that, because I think that building will be utilized a lot and will get me some francs or food as it's being used. So I'm going to do that. And they gather more clay. Okay. So at this time, I am a little short for clay, of course. I could, I guess, use the marketplace to grab a few things of that. But I think now I'm going to go for wood and make sure that I have some wood. Yeah, because if I have 4 wood and use the marketplace. Sorry. They use the marketplace rather to get, looks like, grain and coal. Or, sorry, clay. Grain and clay. That's smart because that will allow them to get a harvest of grain and grab the bakehouse later on, or utilize it later on. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go for the wood because I could use the marketplace afterwards to grab that last bit of wood for the wooden ship whenever we get to the wharf, or I can use that wood for building too. So let's go ahead and do that. They go ahead and build the big house and fishery. So, okay. Looking at the clay, on my next turn, I will be able to grab 2 clay from the pile, the supply pile. And cattle. So I'm looking earlier on what my friend had done in our game was somewhat prioritize the harvest resources in grain and cattle early on to make sure that you could start to accumulate them throughout the game and serve as a potential source of food as you pursue ships. I'm checking the numbers here, 7, 9, and 8. So the charcoal kiln, if I'm not mistaken, it on the backs of the physical cards, it tells you when certain buildings are going to be put out into the marketplace. And I'm trying to see if... Oh, yes. So this icon on round 2 says that the charcoal building will be put out into the common supply, essentially. So if I can grab 2 clay, 3 more wood, and 2 iron, I could build the wharf and score on building a wooden ship soon. So on my next turn, I want to grab the clay, I think. And on this turn, I think I'll go to my own marketplace and grab some iron, because let's see, I won't have the chance to grab 2 iron. It'll fall on my opponent's turn. So I think the right move is to go for the marketplace. So I think the right move here is to go for the marketplace. 2 goods, right? So I'm going to grab wood and iron. And I get to look at the special buildings too. So we have the Emporium. Buy 1 of each different upgraded goods. Smoked fish, charcoal brick, bread, meat, or leather for 1 franc. Coke for 3, steel for 5. So I can see that being an interesting building to have when I would need steel for steel ships, brick for building. So I like that one. The steakhouse gets you some money if you have meat and charcoal. So that's going to be kind of hard. I like the Emporium. Let's make that the building that flips over in round 3. And since my opponent looked at the marketplace, that I'm sure the AI knows that they are going to do that. So I think I took my turn, right? So go ahead and do that. What did my opponent do? They move so fast. I don't know what they do. It looks like they also took a loan. Interesting. Okay, so I'm going to grab that clay. We get a lot of wood, so they took the wood. That we have the wood flipping over 4 rounds in a row. So very, very interesting. I'll have another turn after this, and so so I need 2 wood. I can probably wait until the next turn to grab that wood, and then, like, let's see, 1, 2. So in 2 turns, I can hopefully grab enough wood to have enough for the wharf and then build my ship later. I gotta make sure that my opponent also doesn't get to the wooden ship first, since they have 4 wood now anyway. So in this move, I could go for my cattle, get that going, since the abattoir is up there and available soon. It won't be sent to the common marketplace. So let's go ahead and get cattle. I like that. Do I have enough to feed myself this round? We need 4 food. I have 3 francs and 1 fish. Yeah, so let's do that and maybe think about food the next round. Let's see what they do. They grab the iron. Okay, so that's unfortunate. I could go back to my marketplace to get that. Oh, yeah, they went to the fishery. So, yeah, at this point, I think going for the fish is the best option now. It won't do me any good to build any of those buildings, even though I can. But I do need to, I need to move. Or do I? No, I just need one iron. No, I need 2 iron. Okay. Right. So I would need to use the marketplace again to grab those resources. And so I would have to move my pawn. I don't really, but there's nowhere to build it move it because I want to move it because I don't want to build. Shoot. So I think I'm going to go ahead, grab the fish, make sure I am fed this round. And it looks like, what did they do? They went to they grabbed the grain. Okay. And there's the wharf. They need 2 clay. Can I beat them to it? Because the next round they grab clay, and then the round after they could build the wharf. 1, 2, 3. So I wouldn't be able to do it, I think, because I wouldn't be able to do it because I would need to grab the wood. I wouldn't have iron flip over for me, so then I would have to go to the marketplace and then build, right? So that's not going to work out for me, unfortunately. So my best shot is to let them build the wharf and then have myself, I'll use the wharf for ship, I guess, is the consideration there. So, I mean, I could, I would need to grab, that wood if I wanted to build something later on as well. I could wait on the wood. Okay, see, with 6 francs, I could buy the smokehouse. That's an option. None of us really have fish, though. So, tough decision. I might take the wood because that would potentially prevent them from getting enough wood to both build the wharf and then take a lot of wood to build build a wooden ship afterwards. So, and this will set me up to build buildings later on. So I think that's the right thing to do. Let's see. Okay, so they buy the abattoir by taking francs. Interesting. Okay, I guess that makes sense too, because now they they don't have the clay to build the wharf this round. Interesting. So what do I do? I could go to the abattoir, because on my next turn I'll get enough iron, either through the marketplace or the iron supply, to build the wharf. I could build a clay mound for free as well. If I go to the abattoir, then I can at least, and it's free to go to as well. I could oh no, sorry, it costs 2 coins to go there, so I could slaughter one of my cattle for meat and then pay 2 coins. I wouldn't have 2 coins, but I would have that fish to pay myself this round. Oh, interesting. The fishery is free. It's up there in the common marketplace. Yeah, because if they take the clay this round, they will be able to build that wharf on the very last turn. If I take the clay, they can't do anything yet. They probably would have to go build the clay mound and then use that or something. So I might. Oof. And then there are some francs there that hopefully I can get to feed myself with. I'm going to try to block them a little bit and take that clay. And they take the francs. They buy the clay mound. Okay. So that means they would have to use that to get what they need for the wharf. I could take the iron right now, but that would leave me 1 food short of being fed. So I could take a loan. If I take the iron, they would need to go to the clay mound and then go to and take wood, since they're 1 short. And so I would do iron and then build. I think that would work out for me, because I could build and then to do the wooden ship. So, okay. So I think getting the iron is the right thing to do here. Interesting. So they convert all that wood into charcoal through the. So I'm going to take that loan. So they convert all of that charcoal through the kiln. But why? What are they planning? I don't know. But am I able to go to the construction firm? Yep. Build the wharf. And I can't. Oh, let me rewind because I'm not going to use. Let's see, undo. Use the building firm just to build the wharf. I'm not going to use more resources to build like the smokehouse, right? So yeah, let's just do that. They take the wood. They can't. Okay, so I guess they could use charcoal. Oh, I see what they. Okay, so they would use charcoal as both a wood source as well as an energy source, right? I don't know. I think they can use charcoal to build with. I see. So they might use that to afford the wooden ship. So yeah. So I think it is time to build the wooden ship. Use my 1 coal. Ooh, and we have the coilery and brickworks available, so that I think is my next target. So now that I have that wooden ship, I automatically have... Sorry, and I wasn't paying attention to what they were doing. So they went to the marketplace and grabbed some coal, iron, and whatnot. So, with... I would have 2 more turns. I guess I could use francs to feed myself this round, because now if I get some coal, I want to build the brickworks and coilery. I think that would be awesome. I would need 1 iron and 3 coal, so 4 coal total. 3 clay, pardon. 2 and 1, 3 wood. There's 3 wood there, and then 1 iron. So let's grab the clay. Yeah, let's grab the clay. Oh yeah, because I have 4 food set aside. I just need 3. Yeah, let's grab the clay. Should I use the clay mound? Turn the brightness up here a little bit. Maybe that'll be a little easier on the eyes here. Should I use the clay mound? If I pay 1 food, do I have... Would I get... I think I would just get 1... Yeah, 3 clay. So is that worth letting the clay accumulate on the board? Maybe. I guess at this point it's a question whether to go for brickworks and coilery or to maybe get enough wood to afford another wooden ship. Now, I wouldn't have enough wood at this point in the game to just grab another ship immediately, and they do have enough. And as soon as I leave the wharf, they would be able to grab that wooden ship. So, what's the right move? So I'm good on food. I think I can let the fish wait. I'll continue to wait for my cattle to increase in value. They don't need to worry about feeding as well because they baked with the bakehouse. I think it really comes down to clay, because if I take the clay, I think I'm pushing myself more towards building some of these higher end buildings, and which would serve for points as well as set me up potentially for better ships, right? So iron is going to be the next big ship resource here, and that is a couple of turns in. I would need bricks to build the tannery. The smokehouse is going to go away this round. No, next round. If no one builds it, right? And yeah, I would need bricks for the future. So I think I'm going to try to build the brickworks in the coilery next. So I'm going to wait on wood and grab the 2 clay. Yeah, because that will set me up for that. And then I'll probably try to get some more clay from like the clay mound or something to convert into bricks later, forcing them to use their own clay mound, I suppose, in the meantime. They grab some more cattle. Okay. And with my last turn... Ooh, I don't think... Ooh, I could wait until my next round, or my next turn in the next round to grab wood. Yeah, and they're still on the marketplace, so I couldn't use that to get a few extra... Oh, and I would need some coal anyway, so the coilery is looking pretty good. The goal is, I think, to get that brickworks built soon. So I might go for some iron here, actually. Because if I get some iron, I'll have enough resources to build the brickworks and the coilery. And so I could do that on my next turn. And then hopefully get some wood. I don't know if they would take the wood. They might, if it gets too big. Oh, so it's kind of a gamble. But... yeah. There's no better way to do it, I think. Let's try it. We'll see what happens. So I'll grab the iron. Selling myself kind of short there. They grab the fish. Ooh, I forgot oh, man, I forgot there's interest this round, so let's go ahead and take a second loan. At least my opponent has loans equal to mine. So I can't believe this happened again, but my computer updated without my consent, and I lost a good chunk of the recording from the about 28 minutes into the recording until now. So now I'm on round 10. So unfortunately, just for the sake of getting this out, I guess I'm doomed to not have a complete game of Le Havre out for my channel. Whatever information I'm learning is not safe for the general public, I suppose. But in any case, to sum up, I'm not going to go back and replay this game or whatever. But just to recap what has happened in the last couple of rounds, I took the general strategy to prioritize getting enough resources to build some of these high efficient buildings. And by doing so, I feel like I have blocked my opponent from grabbing clay in particular. I think clay has been the resource of interest this round. Having that clay taken from my opponent, I've been able to use that for my brickworks and set up myself for the steel mill and town hall, for building things like the steel mill and the town hall, which I believe is going to be my next turn because I can do that. And and so I can kind of go from there. But anyway, so sorry, I was getting distracted, but essentially I was able to really, I think this was not in the recording, but the economics building has been amazing. This has gotten me some great iron output and money at the same time. So even though I do have the ironworks, it has been more efficient for me to do so, and grab that for that purpose. So I think the reason that I want to go for the steel mill this turn is to set myself up to build a steel ship soon. The steel ship will start to flip over now, and that will be beneficial for food. I forget how much food you get from a steel ship. So looking at and I will need to figure out a way to feed myself this round too, which may be going to the abattoir for some conversions there. I might need to do that now because they also have a lot of cattle, forcing them to use the bakehouse, I guess, to feed themselves this round. I get the feeling that what they want to do at this point is to do some shipping so they can get some francs in that regard, pay off their loans that they have accumulated. It looks like I was able to pay off one loan myself, which is nice, but I guess it does it automatically here in the app. But anyway, I think they're going down that route to provide an opportunity to get some points that way and stabilize themselves. So let's go to the abattoir, convert 3 of those so I still have a breeding pair. That should give me enough food. And I have a couple of hides that I can convert with my tannery. Yeah, so they went ahead. How do they do that? They purchased the furriery and the smokehouse. Did they purchase that, or did they? Yeah, I don't know how they did that. It moved a little too fast, but in any case, oh yeah, so they can turn their hides into money that way too. Their leathers. Interesting. Okay, so that might be good for them. But let's go ahead and construct. So the issue that I face here constructing these buildings now is that I would have to use food. to construct that. Would it be worth it though? I think it might be worth it because I want to start getting enough resources in the form of energy and iron, right, to convert into steel to build the bank and to build a steel ship. I think I need 2 steel to build it. So I would need 20 energy to do that. How much energy does charcoal give? I forgot. 3. Okay. So getting coke. They have the cokery. Yeah. So I would potentially want to go to the coilery, cokery, use my steel mill, build steel ship, and bank. Yeah. So I think it's going to be worth using up some food here. So let's build that. And build the town hall for points. Okay. Am I 2 food short this round? Yeah. Let's just grab that loan. I don't think that'll be a big problem for me. Okay, what did they do? They went to the furriery. Okay. And the steel ship, yes, is 2. So, let's see, 1, 2. I have 3 turns. I go coilery, steel mill, steel ship. No, I would need coilery, cokery, steel mill this turn without a lot of food options for me. So I might need to pivot a little bit. Do I grab the iron from them? Oh, I guess they could go to the iron works anyway and grab 3 iron. So getting it from the supply wouldn't matter as much. Like, do I go for an iron ship this round? Either way, they would also need to go to the coilery to pursue some of those things. And so I think going to the coilery is going to be the best thing that I can do right now. I do get 4, right? Let's see. Yeah, I get 4. Yeah, so converting some of that is going to be, yeah. I think that's the most important thing right now. So let's do that. They grab those francs. Yeah, that was a lot. That was a lot. So can I afford the cokery? Yeah, yeah. And I get some money from doing that too. Okay, so that's good. They won't be able to go to the cokery yet. So is there something more important for me to do for food this round? I mean, do I have to go to and focus on that right now? Should I focus on getting enough food for myself this round first? I mean, I could... Man. If I have 4... Yeah. I want to make 3... It'd be nice to make 4 steel bars. 1 to build the bank, 2 to build the steel ship, which would feed me 7 food. That's pretty good. And then another 1 to ship, right? That would give me 8 francs. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. So, yeah. So is there anything that I need to do right now to make sure that I am fed this round sufficiently enough? Yeah, and the cokery gives me some coins too. That will give me 4 coins. So if I do like fish and then kokery, maybe that should continue to set me up for success. They go to the Emporium. Oh, yeah, so they... Oh, interesting. Oh, they did not get any bricks, though. So they... Yeah, I guess it wouldn't really behoove them to build the bank. Oh, no. One of these is going to be... Let's see, 30. It's going to be the bank. Oh, shoot. That bank is going to get me a lot of points at the end of the game. Oh, no. Yeah. I don't think... So if I... Yeah, I wouldn't have enough time anyway, because I would need to go to the cokery first and then the steel mill to get enough energy to build that, so... And they didn't get a brick, so they couldn't build the bank right now, which could have helped them, I guess. How am I going to get 40 coins to... It would have to be through a big shipping venture. So that might be my goal right now, is to build a steel ship. Work my way to building a steel ship, as well as getting that bank. Yeah. So let's go for... Let's do the cokery, because I'm good for food this round. Am I? Am I good for food? I'm missing 3 food. Yeah, I'm missing 3 food. No, 1 food, because of my coins. So, there's not really any way for me to get that unless I do a suboptimal action by going to the abattoir this round. So, I might just take another loan here. Oh wait, I do get coins for doing this anyway, so that should be okay. They buy a lot of buildings there. The kiln, the construction firm. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. So, let's see. Okay, so I'm loan free. Okay. Now, man, yeah, they don't have anything except for grain. So they can use their bakehouse to help feed themselves this round. Ooh, I think getting that steel ship first is going to be important. So going to the steel mill, that's really hard to say. Yeah, so 2. Oh, you know what? If I got more iron... Oh, okay, so I have 4 turns, right? If I got the wood, that wood will help me build. It'll be the fuel to build my ship. Let's get the wood first. They grab the iron from the... Oh, they use my economics. Interesting. Okay. Now... Yeah. I take the iron from the supply because that gets me more. Take the iron so they don't get it. They go to the coilery, okay? I go to the steel mill. Whoops. How much steel do I want to? I mean, I could do 4. I could do 5. I could do 5. The issue that I have by doing that is I would have enough energy to build that steel ship. But then I guess I could go to the coilery or something to get some more energy to use for the shipping line. Yeah, so this is correct, I think. So oh, wait, I totally have enough energy. I forgot that Coke covers 2. Yeah. So let me just convert everything into steel. Just use 3. There we go. Okay. That should be good. They go to the cokery. Okay, so now they've got a lot of Coke. But I'm going to go to the wharf. Build that steel ship. Boom. So I will use coins to feed myself, I guess, this turn. Okay. There comes the steakhouse. So we've got this round and one final round. Yeah. Okay. So with all of this steel, I have some Coke left over too. Would I be able to get enough francs to buy? Because I really don't need the steel unless I want to build another steel ship. To get that bank. I think that's going to be. How many points would that be? Let's calculate that. Let's see. Here it is. So it's going to be 16 points plus 3 and 2 for each of those. So 16, let's see. 19, 21, 23, 26, 30, 33 points versus like building just another steel ship, which is 24. So, I mean, but I would be paying. I don't think it's worth it because I would be paying extra money to buy that for not as many points. So I think just going for another steel ship and then using all of that shipping goodness is going to be beneficial. I could build a luxury liner if I ship a lot of stuff this round. So let's go ahead after using that. Oh yeah, and looks like they're set up as soon as I leave. As soon as I leave the wharf, they're going to build the steel ship. So let's try to do as much as we can before then. So let me just do something real quick. If I were to use the shipping line right now, yes, I could just pay. Okay, I could use that Coke to pay for my 3 ships at least to ship a lot of stuff. And so I need some good things to ship, right? I've got cattle, I've got steel. If I ship all of that steel, that gets me 32 francs just right there, and then I can afford a luxury ship. After going to the wharf to do so, I don't know if that's going to be worth, the amount of points there. I would need that Coke to ship, and so I could try to convert some more hides into tan, or tan them into hides, into leather. I would have to go to... Oh, I have the tannery. I forgot. Yeah. I could do 4 at a time. So, maybe I go for cattle because I think out of the basic goods, the cattle, they're amongst the most lucrative items to bring as well as, yeah. So I think I'm going to go for cattle. convert them into food. That'll use the abattoir. That'll set me up for food. And then I can start just converting stuff for shipping goods. And yeah, just kind of go from there. Okay. They have a lot of money now, somehow. How did they get all that money? Oh, they went to the shipping line. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So that blocks me from doing that, which is fine for now. So I'm going to go use their abattoir. And they're probably going to use my wharf. Oh, no, they won't because they don't have the resources to, so that's good. So let's use the abattoir. Do I do... Yeah, no, I don't. I want to save as much cattle as I can for shipping, right? So let's just remind myself. So steel ships can ship... how many goods? Can they ship goods? Yes, they can. Oh, yeah, this will tell me, right? No? Darn it. I thought it said how much they ship. Okay, here we go. 4 goods. So 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can ship 9 goods. So if I ship all of my steel, all of my hides once I convert them, that's 7. So 2 cattle is all that I need to ship. So if I use the abattoir now... Oh, wait, I could also convert a lot of those into... Oh, just 4 of them. That's right. Okay, so I think it's mostly to convert them into food right now, so... So I have 16 food. Sorry, I'm going back and forth to 20 and 20. So I really only need just a like 4 meat. That should be good enough for me. Save the rest of the cattle to ship, right? And then grab wood to help ship some extra goods. Unless this is the last... I always kind of forget how this works. Because I think I have round 13 and then round 14, a complete round, and then 15 is like the last action. So I want to try to ship twice. At this rate. So do I go for a shipping now? No, let's grab the wood before they do. They have yeah, so they use the Emporium again to get a lot of those upgraded goods. They're probably going to ship again. They might ship again. I see what they're doing. So they're getting a lot of money in that way. So let's go ahead and ship. Pay 2 food. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay. Well, let's just go for it. So let's ship all of that. All of those. Yeah. Yeah. Then I can convert later. Do I buy the bank? I guess I could convert or undo later. Should I pay off some loans now? I could do that later too, I think. Yeah, because I feel like I'm not going to use any other resources for that. It would essentially be getting resources to ship again. So, like, maybe economics, steel mill, and then set up, or tannery. Yeah, maybe grabbing some of those lower, maybe using the cokery. Yeah, I think that's going to be my best bet, is like coilery, cokery, save the energy, to ship. So I would need some more energy. So I could buy the bank. Let's just see what happens. Let me buy it. I lose like 5 points doing that. I don't think I'm in danger if they grab it somehow, and then yeah, I don't know if that was the right thing to do, but honestly, like, what I'm gonna do with this money is pay off my loans anyway, like that. So that, yeah, let's just do that. Let's just do it. They grab the clay. And oh, I would have to use steel to buy the luxury lantern. Oh, I can't buy them anyway. I see. Okay, I forgot how the luxury lantern worked anyway, but that's fine. I think I would have rather... It was going to be about the same amount of points anyway, so I think I'm okay. So, with my 4 turns remaining, if I grab wood... tannery, coilery, cokery, ship. I think that should be good enough. They take a wood ship. Good. Okay. Coilery. Grab the franks. Cokery. Good. Going pretty quickly here. Tannery. Boom. Good. For food. Use up all my meat. Final actions. Ship. I have... Wait, how did I get Coke? Did they give me the Coke? Okay, I honestly don't know how I got all of that. Did I go to the cokery? I don't know. Oh, shoot. Well, in any case, I won. Oh, I forgot to pay off my loan. Okay. Well, I might have to watch that again to see how I got that Coke, if they gave it to me or something like that. But that was pretty cool. So 210. I think I learned my lessons from my previous play earlier this week, and I think it's that race for resources is what's key. In this particular match, it was going for clay, and I think that helped me to stay on top of getting ships as well as building efficient buildings to get points later on. So I feel pretty good. I feel a lot better than I did earlier this week, and hopefully, we can learn from this and apply this to a higher multiplayer count game. So thank you for sticking around, and hope you schedule an appointment with me real soon. Take care.